Welcome back to Hicks Racing Podcast. I am Jessica Hicks.
And I am Matt Hicks.
And our sponsors, as always, are Woody's Ale House and Grille out of Towanda, PA, Hicks RV Repair, AOT Racing, MR Dirt Inc., and you can reach us at our social media handles for Twitter and Instagram and Facebook at Hicks Racing 123 and our website hicksracing.net. Today we have Ty. You're going to have to pronounce your last name again, Ty.
Lepicier.
Thank you so much. Is there anybody that you would like to shout out while you're on the podcast today?
Yeah, I'll just give a shout out to my mechanic and suspension guys out here with me at High Point, Brad Tatro, BTR Suspension.
Awesome.
Nice.
And you were at High Point for the regional qualifier, correct?
Yeah, for Loretta's regional.
Okay. And what classes are you qualifying in?
250B and 450B.
Awesome.
Nice.
So where did you finish for the area qualifier when you went?
So I did my area qualifier for the Northeast at Southwick, and I got third in 250B and I think fourth or fifth in 450B.
Okay.
Got it.
Nice.
Perfect. And I apologize. How old are you?
19.
You're 19.
19.
Just a kid.
Just a kid.
Just a kid.
Okay, so you won't be at the vet regional at all then.
No, so I was going to do College Boy, but I did another region for 250B and 450B, and the way they do it is they separate those classes. So, no, the plan is not to do College Boy.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. So, did you get practice in today, or you just got down there today?
Yeah, so we got down here today, and then they'll run practice tomorrow, and I can do probably 2 or 3 sessions per class. So I'll get on the track enough tomorrow, and then we start racing on Saturday and finish on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do the vet regionals in 2 weeks down to Pleasure Valley.
Yeah, that's a cool track. I've been there a couple times.
Never been there. How far of a drive was it for you to get to High Point?
So it was like 9-10 hours after stopping.
Yep. Okay.
How far is Tennessee then for you? How far is Loretta's?
It was probably 20 or 21 by the time we got done with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went last year?
Yes.
Okay.
How'd you do last year?
Last year I think I finished like 30th
Oh, no.
and 31st. It was tough, but
Okay.
it was good for coming back on getting on the bike, and yeah, it wasn't horrible. So it could always
Just a little back. I think I remember talking to you about that when we first met you at the Arena Cross.
Yes, we originally met Ty at
Johnstown
Arena Cross, which that is the first time they did that there at that arena, correct?
Yeah, in December.
Yeah, that was crazy. I remember we parked outside
In the middle of the street.
And yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know.
It was crazy.
It was fun. We had fun. I don't know.
You were definitely and I will say you were impressive to watch ride that weekend. It was a lot of fun. You had everybody covered.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cool weekend. We literally saw on Facebook, my friend did. We're going to ride on Tuesday, and on that day we were like, yeah, well, screw it. It was like a 7-hour drive, but we didn't have anything else to do. It was fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was gonna say you're not really near any of the anything, so it's always a long drive for you.
Yeah, being a Mass.
Yeah.
So
except for Southwick, you're close to Southwick.
That's true.
Southwick and Unadilla last year was 3 hours.
Oh.
Yep, that's true. Yep. So you did. Well, what did you do last year? Just watch?
No, I raced a regional. They did an amateur regional.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but I'm close to like all the New England tracks, like NHMX, Winchester, MX207. Yeah, Southwick, all those.
Nice.
Like ESC, it is pretty close for me.
Nice. We've never been to Southwick. That's definitely something we need to do.
Cool. It's one of those tracks where they don't prep it. I mean, I don't know. I've never ridden it as a pro, but it looks similar the way they prep it for the pros when the amateurs ride it, which is cool. Like at High Point, I walked the track today and they cut out that quad and a few other sections because the track's big.
Yeah.
So I guess, they don't really change that, and Redbud are the 2 pro tracks I've ridden that they didn't really change anything. Our Redbud cut out of one section, but not to the extent of this one.
Kind of like Bud's Creek, I know is a lot. They don't really change that a whole lot from amateur to pro. There's a couple sections couple tough sections they block off, but other than for the most part, it's the same track.
Yeah. Bud's is a big track. I was there in March, I think, and I liked it. It was super hilly.
Yeah. It's fun. Yeah, I love that natural terrain is awesome.
So now I know I have you on Facebook, and I saw that you had started some local training at a track, and I didn't know if you wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so I kind of originally got the idea last year when someone was just kind of asking me for advice for his kid, and I did it a little bit, and then I was like, oh, well, I'm not trying to take the spot. I'm still not trying to take a spot of a Catanzaro, Lampe, or Canning, or any of those guys. I just help out the local kids at that track, Bro Max in North Adams and in Massachusetts, and just just do that when I can and just help out fund my racing.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I saw that. I mean, your prices were super reasonable too, so that's why I was curious. I just saw it. So how many do you have any returning clients, or it's just starting?
Yeah, so it's just taken off. I did probably 6 or 7 different people, and most all of them messaged me back. They are more so local people, so they're not riding to the amount that I'm riding. You know what I mean? So, and I don't have a private track. When AJ does his classes, he rents the track out, and it's wherever he charges, but it's well worth it when he does it because I have private track. So I just try to watch and then get video and feedback and just try to help as much as I can.
Yeah, that would definitely. I mean, I wish we were closer because we would definitely utilize it.
How far is Southwick from you?
Probably 45, 50 minutes.
Okay. It is now. Do they have any riding on that? Is that do they have that open at all for practice and whatnot? Kind of like Bud's Creek does, or no?
Yeah. So they do a lot. They race the first weeks of April. They race 6 weeks in a row, just different series and districts we're going. And this weekend they have I think MSC is the district race that's racing there, and they'll do a practice on Saturday, race Sunday.
Okay.
They do a lot of stuff there. Southwick's really good with that, and it's a fun track.
Because I'm just kind of thinking here, we could it's 3 hours. I think it's only 3.5 hours for us. So it would be we could make a weekend and get hold of you and have you do a little private training with us.
For sure.
Yeah. How do you do younger? We have a kid who's 4.
Yeah. So I worked with one rider who was probably around the same age on a PW.
Okay.
I would say honestly at Southwick, someone that young on a 50, it's going to be very hard to get around.
Okay.
Do you have a track you would recommend up closer to you?
Probably Bro MX. I don't know how much further that would be for you, but that's a good. It fits all skill levels, and it is a flowy, fun track.
Well, yeah, we need to put this together.
Yeah, because actually, and honestly, I needed help.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody does. I mean,
I need help.
I mean, that's the thing about motocross. You can always be better. Ty needs training, right down to Ken Roxon needs training. So it's nothing to say that everybody can get better.
Yeah. No. I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So when did you start racing, Ty? How old were you?
So I was 4. I think I did my first race at Walden.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We know Walden.
So what got you into it?
I must have just saw it on TV or something, but I remember I wanted to just I was I want a dirt bike. My dad was like, well, you got to take the training wheels off your bicycle. So that afternoon we're off, and then I think the next day I was actually at the time. It's pretty funny. I'm not very big. That was the only bike I ever outgrew was a PW, and so I was on a mini adventure back when they were, back when KTM still made those.
Yep.
And that was the first bike I raced, and I was the first 3-4 times I went, I was so scared I wouldn't race. I don't know why my dad kept taking me back, but I'm glad he did because I don't know.
So you wouldn't race. You were too scared.
No, I remember I was at Walden, and Walden had a lot of 50 kids at it, and most of them were really, really fast at the time. And I remember just hearing the bikes; they were all on Cobras and stuff, and I was just terrified.
Yeah, see, so we're struggling right now with Lucas. I think we need to switch him to a PW. We got him
kind of like the mini adventure. We got him it's a 2022, but it's a 50 mini KTM. Yep. And yeah, it's, I don't know. He gets on it and he starts balling. He wants it. He wants to ride. He wants the bike, but the minute you put him on it and he can't touch the ground and he doesn't feel comfortable, he starts balling.
Maybe that like electric one that you can adjust the speed and how big it is and stuff, and it's quiet.
You have a Stasic right now.
Yeah, you ride the Stasic around like a pro.
Yeah, maybe the electric one, and those are like, that's not like it's a couple kids ride them. Those are huge. Like a lot of people have those.
Right. And I think another thing is like how loud it is. So I think the quiet might also.
See, I know. I was kind of for the 50 electric, and she was dead set against it. So, and of course, I mean, we talked about it and we did what she wanted to do. So,
I don't know. I was thinking it was weird too. Like I don't know how they fully work, but just with a battery and stuff. But it's, how hard are they really going to be? They're 50s.
Yeah,
I've seen them actually race.
Oh, they do go good.
Good.
The only thing I will say is I did a bunch of research, and the 50 electric doesn't go as small as the 50 mini. The 50 electric is more. I don't think it's far off, but it's it's more of a pro of the senior.
So yeah, so I know. I guess we're debating getting him
what to do.
I don't know. I guess we're still. If you have opinions or.
Four is still young, and like, yeah, I don't know.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I just think
buddy's electric bike, if that's like a possibility. I know that those are kind of, at a local track, not many kids will have them. I don't think. I don't know where you guys ride at, but maybe try that. And if it's the noise, maybe just ask them and see, like, is it the noise or is it how hard it hits? But if he rides a Stasic around, the electric one, maybe that'll do it for him.
That's good. We should find someone electric and just see if.
I haven't seen anybody at Empire.
They have them.
Are they?
There's 3 or 4 of them there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think Cobra came out with one, but I don't think they're adjustable.
Oh no?
No.
I don't know. I'm not.
I have to look it up.
Saw one.
Yeah.
I think that would be a huge factor, it being adjustable.
Yeah.
But we don't. So what districts are you racing this year, Ty?
So I'm not just going to stay like true to like one district. I try to hit like important races that we think more people will be at. Because right now, like chasing a district as a B rider is not going to be very beneficial. Like winning the NESC as an A rider, like the guy there is Chris Canning. And that's a full gate of riders every single time. So that'd be a very good thing to face as an A rider. But especially for B, like I'll try to hit races like Baja, Brawl, Mini-O's, Loretta's, hopefully, the MX207 main event race, just bigger, like, major event races.
So you're certainly not, doesn't sound like you're afraid to drive.
No. We went out to Illinois, 2 weeks ago for a backup region for Loretta's. And hopefully we don't have to go to that regional, but we drive. Yeah.
So are you working or are you full-time racing?
Yeah. Right now I'm full-time racing. I worked all winter long, and, it's just tough, to try to find something that can accommodate both, but,
Are your hopes and dreams to go pro? And
that would be the goal. And right now I have a few things lined up for me that would be good. Like there's a gas supported Canada.
What is do you have a personal trainer? Are you training yourself?
Yeah, so I train with his name's Jake McNeese. He's out of Rip City Academy in Pittsfield, which is like the town over for me. And just been training with him and just doing that like 4 or 5 days a week and riding 4 days a week, and it's tough. The cost of like being down at a training facility is nice, but the cost of like actually riding and the amount of stuff that
you
know what I mean? That's what people don't realize. It's not
right.
Well, and just in the way prices are right now, I mean, I'm assuming you're probably running, you're probably using full race gas and all that stuff. So if you're riding 4 or 5 times a week, you're going through 5 gallons of gas a week for sure.
Yeah. So we're going to end up buying a 55-gallon drum with T4, and I think that's like 5 something or whatever for that, or it's like right now a T4 for 5 gallons is like $100. So it's
and that's what you use T4.
Yeah, that's like a once a week type deal. Like every week I ride is yep, gotta go buy another thing. It's E4.
Yeah, I think I'm using U 4.4.
Yeah, I think that's pretty close to the same. It's just some minor changes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not fully sure.
I do notice the difference in how crisp the bike is. That's for sure.
Yeah, I have a pipe, and on the bike I'm racing in the mod classes, it's a pipe, an ECU mapped by Twisted Development, and a clutch, just clutch plates though, and then a race gas. And I have
okay. How about suspension?
Yeah, I've run Olin's A-Kit suspension that BTR suspension built. At first, I hated it, and then he got it, and it's completely changed. It changed the whole bike. It's crazy with suspension.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So are you do your parents go with you, or are you just taking yourself?
Yeah, so I'll go with Bradley a lot, and I'll go with my dad when he's not working. And but sometimes during the week in practice, I'll just go with myself, and maybe meet Bradley there. And if we need to work on some things, we will. And if not, no big deal. I think that has kind of changed the way I go about it this year. Last year I kind of put a lot of pressure on myself, especially not riding the year before. So no, this year I just go out, do my thing, and
nice.
Now, what we try to give like a realistic perspective in our podcast. Like, what does your dad do for a living?
My dad's a sergeant in the town we live in. He's a officer, and my mom is at the college.
Oh, nice.
Okay, good.
But I have keep it real. Like, I have one bike right now. It's got 45, 50 hours on it. I have a good crew of people behind me. Like, on Friday night, we were up till 10, 11 at night. One of my buddies, Logan George, he did a top end. Bradley was there doing suspension, and we threw it together and then went race on Sunday. Wow. It's just nonstop. And I have some, the reason why I'm still B is because there's a team in Canada that's supporting me. It's True North Motorsports Gas. And they suggested that I stay B for the Walton Transcan, which is the Loretta Lynn's of Canada.
Okay.
And that's going to be good exposure if I do well there. And the goal is to get on another major team.
Nice. Okay, that's awesome.
Go. So that works out for you then.
Perfect.
So yeah, I'm getting support from that aspect, and good. I cannot run. From my understanding, I cannot run a Canadian VIN bike. But this bike's perfectly fine. We stay on top of it, and yeah, it's not.
What bike are you riding?
I'm on a gas 250F.
You weren't on gas at the arena cross, were you? You were on a Husky, weren't you?
A KTM.
KTM. Yep. Okay.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Was it a big difference in bike? I mean, they're basically everybody said it was basically the same bike. Do you agree?
I would agree. The only difference was it didn't come with the mapping. So like on the KTM, it comes with like that map switch, like 1 and 2.
Yep.
Gas didn't come with that. It didn't come with an hour meter. It comes with cast triple clamps, just some minor things.
Okay.
But nothing that's like, oh, you shouldn't get a gas. I mean, they're a little bit cheaper.
Yep.
And honestly,
they look
for availability, gas, Husky, and KTM. If you don't notice those little things or care about them, they're all the same.
Right. Okay. And they are a good looking bike, that's for sure.
Yeah. I dig it.
So you said that you were off the year prior. What happened that you were off?
So I was at MTF in 2019, and I had a decent year. But following that, part of me, I didn't want to ride as bad. It wasn't me being burnt out. I just put a lot of pressure on myself. I was just tiring, and that's not MTF's fault. That was mine. Mm-hmm. It's just part of it. It happens to the best, obviously, but yeah. And then financially, it was just like we're just kind of in a hole. So sold everything, and then I raced BMX for a year, which I chased the nationals there, and that was all right. But it wasn't the same. And then last year I had a guy step in and kind of help us out. His name was Billy Axford, and got on a Cowie. I think it was my first race was at the last weekend of April on that thing, and I'd never ridden a 250F before, so I hopped on that. And Cowies are not very good bikes, but we made it happen. And we were going through clutches at every moto almost. It felt like Loretta's on that thing, and it was an all right year. I thought I was ready last year, and at the track, I'm probably 4 or 5 seconds a lot faster this year at the same track. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's pretty cool. But
yeah, and of course, so and you're going, you're traveling to go racing, and of course you're in B, so there's no money. You're making no money whatsoever.
Yeah, no, there's no money.
Even with A, like
there's no money in A either, but
like it'll pay one gate fee, I guess.
Right, but you're in B.
Like NESC is really cool. That's like a really big, like when I was down in Georgia MTF, some riders there, they recognized NESC and they knew about it just because it's a big series and a lot of fast riders come out of New England. So it's cool.
So what are you doing during the winter?
Winter, I work at a ski shop. This winter, obviously that's not the plan. I was going to go down south, but, I'm glad I didn't do that either because now I'm able to race now. And honestly, it's crazy because I didn't really feel it took me like 2 or 3 rides and I was back up to speed where I was last year. And then I just have continuously gotten faster.
Okay.
Nice.
Which is good because a lot of people, they don't really improve much. Like once they get to the
B. And I'm assuming like.
Yeah.
Did you significantly change your workout routine during the winter, or like how did you manage that?
So I was working 5 days a week in the winter, and at that time I was just going to the retro fitness that was in Pittsfield, and I was just working out on my own there. And then come like around spring after I started riding again, I was like, I need to make a change, and reached out to my trainer that I work with now, and that's significantly helped me. Just tracking what I do when I do it and how consistent I am has really helped me. And I try not to. I just do my own thing and try not to worry about anyone else. Is the biggest change.
Right.
What's your trainer got you doing?
So I do a lot of AMRAP, high intensity, long workouts because I try to get my heart rate up to 170, 180 before I work out.
Oh wow.
So it's tough. Salt bike, just sleds, a lot of different stuff.
Yep. Nice.
But it's good. It's definitely good. Not so much lifting, but
cardio.
Yep. Cardio. And high intensity. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a pretty good feeling though when you're working out to know it's gonna translate to on the bike.
I felt it, and it definitely is an improvement that I wouldn't. I thought I was doing it right before. Let's say put it like that, and not just necessarily wasn't. It will work with some people, but I just, at a certain level, you can only take yourself so far.
Right.
Exactly. So what are your for 2022 alone? What are your major goals you wanna take care of?
I want to do well at Loretta's. Obviously, I have to qualify first.
Define well.
Top 5 in 250B and 450B.
All right,
wow,
let's do it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm fully capable of that. It's just,
I'll
be honest. Like last year at Loretta's, I got there and I go back and forth. I was like, in my head, I just felt really sick, and I'll just straight out say I probably didn't take good enough care of myself there. It's so hot and it's such a long week, and I just was
I can't even imagine how hot it would be. 5
minutes in the moto, I just was like, I've never felt like that before. And you can say a lot of things, but it wasn't. The bike was perfectly fine. I was doing a limited class. I could have done really well in that one. I had done really well at my regional. There was another race at MX207 I did really well at. So, and then I want to go up to Canada. I want to be a top guy in the B class there at the Wall and Transcam, and go from there and see what is in front of me.
Nice.
When is that Canada series?
So it's like a Loretta Lynn's. It's a 3-moto format, and I think I can do 2 classes there as well. And that's literally, we're leaving Loretta's and going right to Canada.
Oh, God.
Wow.
That's such a long drive.
And now, how hard is it going to be to get into Canada?
So, do you mean like race qualification or actually get there?
To is Canada opened up, or it's no problem to get back and forth?
So I got vaccinated for that, and I think they might be opening it up, but in that aspect, I should be okay. I really didn't want to. I didn't.
Yeah, no, I agree, but it's
you gotta do what
you gotta do.
I can lose an up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna prize that.
Exactly.
It's sad someone has to make that choice, but it is what it is. What it is. Life.
I agree.
Yep.
But okay, so you're at High Point right now, but we don't want to keep you too long.
Yeah, no.
And I want you to, please be safe this weekend.
Yeah.
And good luck.
It's awesome talking to you. And we definitely need to set something up and have do a little training.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and I have no problem hopping back on with you guys anytime soon.
Awesome.
Now, before you go, is there how do we, anybody who's listening, what is the best way for them to go out and support you on your journey?
So you can, I guess I can plug my Instagram and Facebook. My Instagram
Absolutely.
is my first initial and my last name, which is just Ty Lepicier 726, and I don't know if I guess I should just spell it out. TLEPICIER 726, or my Facebook, which is just my name, Ty Lepicier, and we can go from there.
Perfect.
You weren't already following him?
I wasn't. I have him on Facebook, but
yeah, I have him on. I do on Instagram.
So perfect. So hopefully,
Facebook's easier especially with the parents.
Yeah, definitely. But well, good luck this weekend.
Yep. Good luck.
Be safe, and we will be rooting for you.
I appreciate it. I'll keep you updated.
Thank you, Ty.
Thanks, Ty.